my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the Baltimore Ravens.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
It's a loss
Exactly.
of
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
at the 19-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Taylor. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
48 for Mike. He loves me. Turn 19.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, Ingram. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
3rd down.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st down, Ravens.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He was brought down by Fabian Moreau. 1-yard gain. Brings up
2nd and 9. Jackson.
16-yard line.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Love.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 35 on second down, Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor rolling to his right. And able to find Green. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Carrier. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run the counter. Love. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
The play leads to 3rd and 11.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Taylor. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. On the draw, this is Love. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Yeah. Mike, 58 right there. Check. And 58 is Mike.
Now Taylor. Flushed out right. He can run for Taylor. Hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And a Raven first down.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Makes the score.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This time Taylor will throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch twist.
Now it's Taylor. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores, a 3-and-out here, an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Now Brown. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this fly deep for Quinn. And some room to maneuver. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Ravens continue to pour it on.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Operating from the gun, Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Chris Moore on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
There goes Mark Ingram. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Ingram. 78 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Taylor. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Taylor now, operating from the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Play action, it's Taylor. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
But it's 4th down.
4th down, here's Taylor. On the move to his left. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
He was tackled at the
a big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
They'll run here with Ingram. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second and goal, Jackson being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Third and goal, Jackson. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens add on.
Justin Tucker.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Get up! Get up! 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Operating from the gun. Taylor dancing to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Taylor, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's McKissick. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come back team.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and... Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run with Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Washington.
Taylor now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
He didn't didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Get off the field.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Ingram, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. So let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Taken down at the 22.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Finally brought down at the Ravens' 36-yard line. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Taken down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now this time he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
By the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
I see you over there. You scared?
Today's final.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Ravens, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.